So for this episode of Dragon Ball Super, it was a good one. Episode 52 was pretty damn good. Now, at the beginning of this, we see that it's funny that Kid Trunks is kind of, fighting for Little Mai's attention from future Trunks, which is kind of funny. I mean, Pilaf, Shu, and Mai are basically, working for Bulma, finding all the parts and the components for the time machine, which is kind of funny because they seem really interested about it. I'm still standing on my theory about Mai from what I said previously, but it's hilarious because Trunks is literally trying to basically be like future Trunks and, trying to be cool, and he's got to understand that even though he does not know that Mai is a woman and not a child, like, it's kind of funny because she's not really falling for all of that. She's just like, look, if you're, gonna sit here and distract me and all this stuff, then, you don't need to be here, which is hilarious. One of the amazing things in this episode is that Vegeta. Now, you guys know that I'm a Vegeta fan, and I really truly want Vegeta to beat Black. Vegeta in this gravity chamber, talking all kind of shit. Like, he's like, this motherfucker that's been torturing my family, killed my future wife, my son, my golden child son is over here back in the past because he's being tormented by this piece of shit that looks like Kakarot anyway, and I already feel some type of way over that. You son of a bitch. And the cool thing about it is, like, whenever Vegeta went ham and then called him a piece of shit, I was like, ooh, it's real. It's real right now. I really want Vegeta to be the one to take care of Black. Like, I don't want Goku, to be like, oh, he looked like me, so I have a personal, vendetta against him. Like, no, he killed my future wife and tormented my son. This one's mine. That's what I want. Moving on from that, we see that Trunks, future Trunks, gets up from having that nightmare and, goes out and talks to everybody, and he sees, like, he's just looking around, Piccolo and Krillin are basically still doing the yard work, still patching up these holes, taking a break, and they're basically tell, Trunks that you should go see, you should go see Gohan. Now, Gohan is not, what he used to be. He's a scholar, he's a family man, he has a family. Now, don't, go in being like, what the fuck happened to you? Just hear him out and see his life. Go see him, it'll make you feel better. These bits and pieces that we get of history of Trunks in this episode, I gotta say, was done nice. Like I've already said before, that I like whenever they do this, just for the simple fact that it's just so nostalgic, and they know what they're doing with this because they know so many, Dragon Ball Z fans that love future Trunks and wanted him to come back and all this stuff. They know what they're doing. But for that, I really enjoy seeing those flashbacks and how it was. I mean, kind of drawing in the style at some times where it was future Trunks, and he was basically seeing Gohan and seeing his dead body when he went Super Saiyan. I didn't like that much, just for a simple fact. I didn't like that new style. I feel trust me, it might be nostalgia talking or whatever, but I'm pretty damn sure that the history of Trunks scene from that was way better. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that that's my personal opinion. If you guys like the new one, you can tell me in the comment section below. If you like the old one, tell me as well. It's just so weird to have seen that and in that style, and it just didn't look good at all for me. Gohan. Now, Trunks goes to the university or wherever Gohan is actually working at, and it's cool to see that he's just sitting out waiting, like the badass he is. He's just waiting. Gohan walks by, looks at him, keeps walk for a second, then it hits on him. He's like, "What, Trunks? What are you? Yo, man, it's good to see you, bro." And right off the bat, Trunks has got that vibe. Damn, Gohan has changed. He's wearing glasses, dressing all kinds of weird, and we sitting on a bench in the park eating ice cream. And he's like, "Look, man, why don't you come back and meet the family? Come on, man, come on." And the whole time, Trunks kind of visualizing, Gohan in his timeline and how different they are. And he's just like, man, what the hell's going on? So they get home, and this is when the funny shit comes down, because I knew this was going to happen. Is that whenever Trunks comes in and Gohan's introduced to the family, Mr. Satan or Hercule, and then Videl and Pan, and he's like, okay, this is a nice family and everything. This is cool. So what else we gonna do? And then he goes to Pan squirting her milk on his face, and Videl's like, hey, here you go, clean that off and all. You okay and everything? And like Pan starts floating, like where she's flying and stuff. She's like just floating up in the room, like close to the ceiling. And I'm sitting here like, oh, this is where it's gonna go down. Yep. And it did in a terrible way. I just want to go ahead and put that out. Gohan and everybody telling Pan to come down, and then like this was the normal thing basically, as Videl, trust me, she says. Gohan turns into Great Saiyan Man, and if you look real closely in the back, you could just see Trunks' face like, no he didn't. No, he didn't. Just him visualizing future Trunks. And now we all know that future Gohan is the best Gohan. We all know. Like, if you fail to disagree with that or whatever, I don't care. It's just, we all know. We all know. But that Great Saiyan Man was, bruh, he took an L off on that one too. It hurts me just even talking about that in this review. We see that he asks him if he wants to stay for dinner. They do stay for dinner, and this time when they're talking, and Trunks is just sitting here thinking like, man, he does have a good life. Like, Trunks comes to the understanding that he does have this good life now, and that it's perfect for him, because there's a funny scene that I do want to discuss with Pan, where Trunks is basically having a tough time, watching Pan. And it's funny to see how Pan is, because she's got the Saiyan strength, not strength, strength. She's got it. Like, we see that she has that power. And it's funny as hell to see Trunks struggling with Pan to be like, no, don't use my sword, don't unsheath my sword, no, please, no, Pan, Pan, please. And if this is Akira Toriyama basically saying, I'm gonna rewrite Pan, now we need that, because GT Pan was terrible. GT Trunks, you know what, GT was kind of terrible, but moving on. But rewriting Pan is what needs to happen here, because you need to build her up as, this unstoppable force that she can get the training from Goku, whoever, Beerus, Whis, whoever, later on, to, hit that pinnacle and hit that state of her being the first, female Super Saiyan, because I feel like she should be the first female Super Saiyan, and she should have been in fucking GT as well. But is that for this episode, I really want to give this episode an 8 out of 10. And seeing Goku, Whis, and Beerus traveling to Universe 10 was kind of nice to see, because we're going to get that set up there. Seeing Trunks finally change his clothes and come to the peace and realization that I know what I need to do to beat him, and I need to beat Black. And seeing him go back with with his family and stuff, and their reaction to him kind of changing his clothes now, it was nice to see that, because it's a good moment for the Vegeta family, because we don't get a lot of good moments with the Vegeta family. It's always the Song family, and we don't really need that at all the time. It's good to get that in there for Vegeta. I'm anxious to see this fight with Kaioshin that Goku is having, because they're basically narrowing who Black is. I'm pretty sure they're probably gonna say that it's the Kaioshin, that because we see the Ring of Time, and I'm kind of curious to see how this is gonna go. See how Goku's kind of gonna fare up with him first. See how they're really gonna tie all this stuff in. Maybe they're saying that this is the reason why he did it this way, is because Goku, you know, like I guess came at him first. I guess you can say like he came at him first. You know, like, oh, we know who you are, and that's how the event started. Like, I would like to see how this unfolds. If you have a prediction to how this unfolds, and if this is the way it's gonna go, is that Goku basically, you know, came at him and had that, you know, confrontation, had that spar, or whatever they want to say, and then, you know, the Kaioshin was like, you know what? I need his power, and that's how it happens. Me personally, I kind of feel like it is, but at the same time it's not. But guys, let me know in the comment section what you thought of this week's episode and what you think of next week's preview episode. And also tell me in the comment section below if you thought this was a great moment for the Vegeta family and a great moment to see, you know, the teacher and the student reunited. It was nice. Like I said, it's definitely an 8 out of 10. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. I'll put a link in the description below because I'm going to start doing that now for all the anime episodes. I'm probably going to put a link in the description below so you can go watch it. If you enjoyed the video, smack a like on it. And as always, subscribe to the channel if you're first. What? Subscribe to the channel, be the first to know when I upload more videos. And if you're new, obviously, share the video out. I be fucking up sometimes. I'm out. Peace. See about the next episode coming out and if it was actually going to come out. And I came across this. Naruto Shippuden episode 468 is now airing on July 14, 2016. New air time.